welcome back to another episode of Sprudel Sessions. Today we are in Umsakin 2.
Yes.
At the wonderful TRE restaurant, here with my friend Alfred. How are you,
Hello.
sir? How's everything?
I'm very good, thank you.
Good,
Very
nice,
well.
nice to be here again.
Thanks for coming.
First question, still or sparkling?
No, I'm still. I'm for still, yeah.
That's not a problem, we can do it. So, okay, tell us a little bit about your background. First of all, how long have you been here for, all that jazz?
Yeah, well, I've been about 18 years in Dubai. Been traveling or moving my career across all food and beverage, but within hotels operation, independent restaurant group operation, development and owner relationship.
Yeah.
Did a lot of franchising, a lot of sourcing, a lot of consultancies, and now we have TRE.
So this was your first concept as your own
It
restaurateur?
is actually our first concept as a restaurateur, yes. And we developed this concept based on 3 independent concepts. That's why it is called TRE in Italian, because it is an Italian themed restaurant / cafe.
Yeah.
So that's why it is called TRE. So we are specialized in the Schiacciata bread. It's a flatbread from Tuscany sandwich, if you want.
Yeah.
The English version of that.
Yeah.
Of course, pizzas and mostly Italian food. We're gonna test some of our food.
That would be great.
So we're gonna test the Schiacciata and we're gonna test the pizza. Just to try,
Sounds
so
good.
we can show you our best sellers.
This will be the first time we get invited for food on the podcast, so that'll be good. Cool. So, how long have you guys been open for now?
We've been open for approximately 3 months. So we're just still new in the market, and with the summer coming in.
Yeah.
And the heat.
The heat is
so
coming.
the best way is to stay indoor.
That is very true, and have some delicious Italian food. Yeah. Should we get some food in?
Yeah.
See what this is all about.
Yeah. Here we go. The food is coming.
Oh yes.
So
that is beautiful. Thank you.
So this is our TRE picante.
Okay.
Please have a try.
Thank
We're
you
gonna
very much.
test together. It has different ingredients from salami, turkey ham, salami picante, and bresaola, and of course a calabrese spread with some arugula on top.
Beautiful. Well, let's give it a go.
Yeah, let's have a try.
Wow. And it's so authentic.
It is.
I really feel that the bread in that is just.
Well, we do the bread here, so we do all the mixing, all the dough, everything is done in-house. The dough needs about 48 hours to be ready to be served on a plate. So it takes some time. It's being ready and to be done properly.
That is beautiful. So, you've been open 3 months, and obviously we know each other from a little bit further back. We have implemented our system here, the water system, so you guys are pretty much plastic-free when it comes to drinking water. For those of you who don't know, the tap behind me is our hospitality collection, so it offers still cold, still ambient, and cold sparkling water. We've implemented it. Wow, look at that. This one is?
This one is Diavola pizza.
Beautiful. Thank
some
you so
pepperoni.
much. Beautiful.
Italian one.
My favorite. So we've had it since day one. You've had the system.
Yeah.
How has it been generally from the public, from your customers, with regards to this?
Well, the customers, they took it very well, actually, especially when we are explaining to them the sustainability part of it.
Yeah.
Obviously, we know each other from a long time. I mean, we have no Sprudel in my previous capacity and with the developers when we implemented it in our hotels. And of course, it had a fantastic impact on the sustainability of these properties. I'm a big fan of that as well, and a big supporter of sustainability, and try to get as much as possible reducing plastic, reducing everything that carbon footprint to help save the planet, to help save this earth.
Yeah.
So it was no-brainer basically to have you guys here.
That's good. And so the customers, because when I think of restaurants in Dubai, I generally think overpriced imported water or overpriced local water even. So to have this alternative for the customer, is it a welcome for them, like for the price point as well? Is it a welcome thing to offer them?
And absolutely, customers they liked it very much, especially when the filtration system gives a right taste for the water.
Okay.
So that is very important. The second one, as you talked about, is the price.
Yeah.
So instead of paying a huge amount of money for imported water, you could have a very good water, fantastic water, clean, tasty, and for a very much low price.
Yeah.
And if we could basically, our aim is to reach a point where we can offer our water for free.
Yeah.
For the time being, as we are starting, we are just having a minimal charge of that. So,
Yeah.
so for the 1 liter of water is 10 dirhams.
It's cheap.
So it's basically
Yeah.
just for to cover a bit the cost, but eventually we will be offering it for free.
That's excellent.
In a few months' time.
That's excellent. That's really good. Have you noticed? I know this is would you say a smaller restaurant from the size? It's a smaller restaurant, so obviously storage as well. So storing the plastic bottles, that's also a thing that you don't have anymore, right? So you've got a very small system.
Absolutely. When you are in a tight place, basically, and you have a very small space to store things, besides the impact on the environment from the plastic, you need to have also a very large space to store these bottles and crates and boxes and all of this. So knowing Sprudel and knowing the impact on that storage side, it helped us a lot actually with that. So we don't need to store any more bottles. We need to no more plastic,
Yeah.
and then we just have the machine connected to the water with the filtration, and then here we go.
Because I feel like this is something that a lot of people forget about. I know it's forgotten about in the corporate world where you don't really think about storing plastic bottles for your staff and things like that. Everything costs money, right?
Correct.
So I think we were in here pretty much in the design phase. So you already have that amount of space which you would normally use up for plastic bottles.
Correct. So when you are in the design phase, that's amazing, because this is where you can take provisions for what you're going to plan ahead and where you're going to install it. But don't forget also the cost of space in Dubai is not cheap.
Yeah.
So basically you're going to rent a space just to store bottles.
True.
And you're not basically using that space except just for storage.
Yeah.
And it's not cheap at all. So having said that, having Sprudel in place, it allowed us to use that other space for something else that can be more productive and more useful.
Yeah. So we've been going 10 years as a company, and at the beginning we were talking with hotels, we were talking with corporate entities, we were talking with restaurateurs, and the number of times that I had a conversation with restaurant owners or restaurant managers and talking about this sort of system, right? We have this system, we have this product, we can do everything that we're doing here. Let's implement, let's do something together. And the answer was always no. Like, why would I essentially get rid of my profit from imported water just to save the planet? So this whole mindset of profit over planet was in my opinion, back then, it was the automatic reply. Why are you different? Like, why is trade different? Because your whole thinking, your concept is very different. The way you think about drinking water, plastic, or profit versus planet is a lot different to everybody else. Is that a personal thing? Is that a business sense?
Well, it is on both sides. It is very much personal because, of course, if you want to change things, you have to start with yourself.
Very
So
true.
you have to start changing things to the better, of course.
Yeah.
And if you want to start, it's one step, and someone else will take another step and
Yeah.
another step, and so on and so forth. So yeah, we don't forget there are generations to come.
Yeah.
And if we set up these generations on the right path, on the right direction, by saving the planet, by reducing the plastic, that anything that can harm and our planet is basically it's a step forward to the right in the right direction. So that is the personal side. The business side, it's very much narrow-minded who would say that, oh, I'm giving up my profit. But think about it in another way. You're giving up your profit maybe on one bottle of water, but you're gaining a lot of other profit from the other side, from saving the planet, from saving water, from customers who would look at you in a different way.
Yeah.
And customers, they would come and support you because you are taking such measures, not because you are selling plastic and then, oh, it's a profit. So it's not about money all the time. Of course, business needs money, needs financial to grow and to sustain, but you could get it from something else, from another part.
So that's what I've always thought of. Is this profit over planet mindset? Is it pressure from the top down? So from investors who are investing in the restaurants, is it a case of they need to make as much profit as quickly as possible, or is it a mindset of the owners? Is it like because it's obviously a thing in the past in Dubai where it's always been that. There's always been solutions for the past at least 10 years. For us, there's been a solution out there. But I feel like there's a lot of pressure, traditional Dubai company, make profit, you know.
Absolutely. I mean, with all the high cost that you have in Dubai, is paramount basically to look at your costs and to make profit as much as you can. But at the same time, we're only looking at now from a personal perspective and a personal opinion, but also if you look at Dubai for the past 10 years, there have been a lot of encouragement from the government of Dubai to go on sustainable solutions, not only on water, but on many other aspects. But water is very much important. And the recommendations and the encouragement, they're going to be very much soon rules and regulations and laws. So you would be basically end up having to save your planet or the planet, whether you like it or not, because you need to follow the rules and regulations. So everyone who has, embraced that change and embraced that solution ahead of time is basically in the right direction. And then when all these laws and regulations, they will come in place, you're already set.
Do you feel that that's required in this part of the world? Where
Absolutely. Absolutely, it is required, and many things are coming. And I mean, you could see the visions that this part of the world, especially Dubai and the UAE, the vision that they have on that particular aspect is very important for them.
Because the water here is excellent. I mean, we obviously know because we test it every month for you guys. But there's no real reason, except for this profit mindset, I feel, in the restaurant industry. There's no real reason now to be selling local water or imported water. I feel like the mindset's changing, but also with the push from the government that this is for the next 5 years. This is going to be the norm, right?
Absolutely. A push from the government will help things go faster, and will have things implemented in a very different way. I mean, if you look at other solution where the government has taken a decision about the smoking, for example, in Dubai. Of course, things they started gradually. The encouragement started first, and then a small regulation in some areas, in particular areas, and then it grew to have it all. And now everybody is okay with that. There's no issue. And the same it goes for the sustainability in terms of water, plastic, paper, etc., etc. So the government already they started with themselves doing an e-government. It's a paperless government. And that's an important important step into sustainability.
Yeah. I feel like in 5 years, the restaurant landscape in Dubai will look, especially with like these cider systems with these type of bottles, it will look a lot different from a sustainability standpoint.
Absolutely, absolutely. I agree. It's gonna look different. It's gonna look change. And I will tell you, we see customers. They ask us about not in TRE, but in previous where we implemented in the hotels before. They would ask, okay, they would encourage, and they are encouraged to go where you have solution about sustainability, especially in the water. So when they see that we are not serving plastic bottles, we are serving water from the tap, and we explain about all of that, they are actually more into favor to come to that property.
Yeah.
Or to that restaurant,
And
because of these actions.
And the excellent food that you guys have. Talking of which,
Yeah.
should we try this pizza?
Let's
It's
try the
been
pizza.
staring at me.
Yeah.
So this is
This is the Diavola pizza, so it's just margherita with some pepperoni, but we call it a bit spicy.
there you go, my friend.
Well, and
Beautiful.
look,
Double stacking.
Double stack.
Alfred.
We
My
have it here.
goodness. Lovely. And this is the similar sort of dough.
it's very similar though to the Schiacciata. But of course it differs a bit on the fermentation, on the time of that. But it's very, very much similar to the Schiacciata. That's the Napolitan pizza.
It's so good, and I can't recommend it enough. It's one of my personal favorites in Dubai. So, from a standpoint of trade, new menus coming in, new products. Do you develop your menu? Is that a natural occurrence?
It's very much developed. It's very much our own menu. We develop it in house. Of course, we develop it from time to time. We do some changes. We do some introduction of new items. Now in the summer, just after the summer, we will have a new launch, different themes of that. So we are now sticking 100% to the Italian, but we're gonna keep that, of course. But we're gonna introduce more international flavors.
Okay.
Something that goes around in the community here,
Yeah.
especially when you have 250 nationalities.
Yeah.
You need to be a bit different, a bit, to cater to all these nationalities.
Yeah.
Without removing the authenticity and the basic of the Italian.
Because where it's located, we're in Sakim 2, we're in the Uni Co-op building, actually opposite my old house where I used to grow up. So you've got the community buy-in, the neighborhood cafe is what you essentially are, right?
Exactly. So we called it the neighborhood cafe because basically we are. That's what we are.
Yeah.
We have all the neighborhood around us that they would pass here. They can just get their laptop, sit down, have a coffee, and do some work from the cafe. Have a bite, or even ask for a delivery at their own home. But we are here just for the local community and whoever passes around to come here, enjoy their time. It's a small, cozy cafe, as you can see.
Yeah. That's great. So, what's next for Trey and yourself? Anything we should know about?
Well, next,
Putting you on the spot.
well, next is actually just growing the business of the Schiacciata, of that sandwich, and that concept, because we know that it has a lot of potential, especially with that kind of bread that doesn't make you feel very much heavy. It's fresh. It's just in front of you. It has to be prepared in front of you.
Yeah.
It cannot be done before, except the dough. Yes, it needs 48 hours to be ready, but the rest of the ingredients are all fresh, are all made to order. And the most important about that sandwich is the crispiness when you crunch it, and the balance in the flavors inside. And of course, it doesn't feel heavy. You will have the sandwich, and then maybe you'd order another one, because
That's very true.
Yeah.
Although they're very big.
There's no butter. There's no all of these heavy fatty ingredients that would make you feel heavy. It is very light, very easy, and very balanced.
That's correct. That's probably the word. It's balanced. I think it's beautiful, and I love the place. I love this is probably my fifth time coming down. I'm a regular, so I really enjoy it. But it's been really great to be part of your journey. And I know you're only just started. And I know you've got the hunger.
We
you've
have a
got the
long
vision.
we have a long way ahead.
Yeah.
But we hope that everything goes.
It'll be good. No, looking at this, I think you're onto a very good thing. I'm proud for my company to be involved as well.
But thank you as well. Thank you for all your support.
Of course, that's not a problem.
We're happy that we are partnering with
Yeah.
Sprudel, and
it
we
looks
should
great.
be all along the way.
Yeah, it looks.
As we grow with Sprudel.
It looks great, right?
Yeah.
Looks good. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you very much.
Pizza fist bump you. All the best.